I need a brighter light. 'Cause everybody else seems so illuminated. Look like I'm in a sale.
You're a dwarf. You're in the basement.
I am in the basement, right? Where I had a rat infestation. I didn't know that.
And welcome to another episode of More Than Dice Gangs of Waterdeep. You could hear all my other players talking during the music.
I didn't talk that time.
You did not. That was pretty much exclusively Damon.
So we are back. There is one player missing today. Mike is actually possibly going to be late, not going to be here. If he is, we'll get him in. But we can do a little bit without him. What was it? Last we left off, y'all have the Nimble White detector, and you were just let outside of the temple, and you were right there. So, does anybody have anything they want to do? I mean, what are you? You have an entire Waterdeep city that you have to search for this one individual.
Well, it's already super late, wasn't it?
It was getting late, but yes.
So there's that main road that takes us right back across the city. So we should probably just search for the Nimblewright on that road and then go to bed. So we'll search down Delzorin Street as we go, because that'll take us right back to the alley area.
You're going down which road?
Delzorin. If you look at the alleyway, it should be the main street right below it, going east to west.
Okay.
Because the House of Wonders, or the House of Inspired Hands, is literally at the where that dead ends to the west, and the alley is almost exactly is where it's dead ends to the east. So
Really liking this interactive map.
very nice.
I'm easily amused.
Yeah, because y'all are pretty much, because it's Shark Street that it comes out on, and then it goes into Delzorin Street. Or the Sea Watch Street.
Oh yeah, Shark Street. Yeah, okay, it does.
Yeah, it's
and Delzorin.
Yeah.
Let's just do the walk.
Yeah, because your house is... Where is...
Well, if you follow Delzorin just all the way to the east, you'll have to be on the south side of the alley, which we have to go around to the north side to enter the alley in our house.
Yeah, because it's the red. So yeah, you'll cross over the high road, and then you'll have to go up to Sindarin Street, and then it's there. But yeah. Okay. Oh, sorry. So you're just gonna walk home?
Yeah, we'll use the. We'll let our brother use the detector on the way home.
Okay. You walk pretty much all the way home, and nothing happens with the detector.
Pretty much all the way, or all the way?
All the way home.
I was waiting for something else too.
You walk all the way home, and nothing happens with the detector.
Okay. Fair enough. Well, then I think we should rest and Get up bright and early since we're used to it for the last 10 days.
Before I go to sleep, I'll cast my familiar. Do you guys mind if we do a detour in the morning? I need to get a little soup for my new friend that I'm going to new brother that I'll be creating.
Oh, yes. We should go to that crazy place and get him a purple suit.
Okay.
Everything in there was purple. But
That's
then we'd
true.
all have to get purple suits. And I don't know. Maybe we should get him a black suit.
Creed's already saying no.
We should get him a black suit and a purple suit. And then all of
we'll
us
start
should
with
get...
the black one.
Yeah, we'll start with the black one because I can't afford a suit right now.
Yeah.
Just have to keep our black ones right now.
Sure you can. Hold up. Who? No, it was Mizzy who got the pouch. Well, your brother had a pouch with like 7 jewels worth 200 or 100 gold each.
Yeah, in our last adventure, I gave my brother a pouch too. So I like to give my brother pouches. What about it? He really likes glittery things. I am not going to deny him.
No.
Oh, so she didn't hear any of that.
Yeah, she's having a little problem with her camera video sound. So you walk home, you pretty much go to bed, and you wake up in the morning. What? How are you? I mean,
say another fireball goes off.
no. So what are you gonna do?
I introduce everybody to Barb, our newest brother, who has the strength of Sam and Dean all across the board. We're all 6s.
Yeah.
This is Barb.
I have an 8 strength. What are you talking about?
Oh, sorry, you're stronger than me. I forgot about that. Okay, he's stronger as me.
What does he look like?
He looks like an imp with just the regular imp right now. I got to get him a suit though.
Just a regular imp, as you see every day.
I know. Ish. There you go, Damon. We just do what everybody's been saying, which is Google is our friend, right?
Oh yeah. Scorpion tail.
Yeah, looks a little demonic.
He's Fey.
Oh, he could turn into a raven.
Yes, he can.
Look, gripping my axe very tightly and detecting evil, and then calm me down.
There's no evil. He's a Fey imp. He's a neutral.
Yeah. Okay. You get up in the morning. Y'all have an entire huge city to get to and search with this one little device.
Well, since he needs a suit anyway, we can head up north and, detect as we go up.
You said his
Is
name
it
is
possible?
Barb?
Is it possible maybe to have someone amplify this tool for us? No? Okay. All right.
That was a quick note. Oh no, we lost our brother.
Should be back in a minute.
Yeah.
I feel like
So-
we lost a brother so much as we gained a brother.
And I know Creed's gonna love it, but one of the other forms that Barb can take is a rat. I got to make 2 suits. One's gonna be in a rat suit because it can't change the clothes that it's wearing. Unfortunately.
Right. So what are y'all gonna do? You come out Seardun Street.
Yeah, where's our... We never did discover where our tailor was.
Yeah.
In the docks.
Where's our tailor in the docks?
Yeah.
Oh no. I'm thinking
Bridge section.
It'd be in the trade wards. We didn't actually say where or anything, but it'd be in the trades.
Okay, so I guess we're gonna...
Wow, we're gonna go far south.
Yep. So I guess hit the high road, or do you want to maybe skirt along the castle, the Cliff Watch area?
We could probably skirt along the Cliff Watch area. Creed, you okay with that? I know you don't like mountains too much, but it's like only a cliff.
It was an off day. I'm
I
good.
I think taking the high road is a good idea. I mean, it covers the whole city, but if I was hiding, I don't think I'd be near the high road.
Ends up being like right on the high road.
Yeah.
Dang it.
It's like at the major intersection right by the market.
Yeah. Well, we can come back up that way. I mean, we can just go to the cliffside and then.
Well, if we kind of, how big was the radius of it? The detection radius?
About 500 feet.
Let me get the calculate distance thing here.
We're literally shifting through hay with a needle to find a needle.
Wow. So
Doesn't sound promising, Chris.
let me
Where's that thing?
calculate distance. To there to there. So between the high road and the Cliff Watch is 4,300 feet.
Oh, good Lord.
Yeah, it's like if you were to do.
We'd have to do pretty much every road.
Oh my God.
Yeah, because if you were going to do it, if you're going to calculate distance, if you go to just like a normal block and click on a distance, like half a city block is like 500 feet. If you go along the high road and you go down is in Tail Street, about half of that is 500 feet.
All right. So these buildings are huge.
Yeah.
So we come out and we're on Serdune Street. So if we head for Cliff Watch, if we just follow Serdune Street around and down, it'll take us almost to the cemetery. Okay, get off the distance thing.
Yeah, because if you take Serdune, if you take where the Troll Skull is and go left to the end of the block, that's roughly 500 feet. It says it's 482, but I mean that's
Okay.
500 feet.
So yeah, I would say follow Serdune Street down to the east. And that'll take us along Cliff Watch, or fairly close to Cliff Watch. And then we'll come out right near the city of the, we would turn onto a different street and we'd be along the city of the dead.
Busy wants in.
I already got her in.
Okay,
And that actually gets us into the trade ward.
that works.
Okay, so you're going to take Serdune Street.
Yeah, Serdune Street around to the east
Okay.
and down to Zindulith Street, which brings us to the city of the dead.
Yeah. And then just follow that around.
Follow that, yeah, because we follow that around, we'll end up in the trades ward.
Yeah.
So, Aldun, we're going to go get our new brother a suit in the trades ward, but we're also going to search while we go. So we're going to start on the cliff side of town.
Okay.
Alamar. What does it say? Aldun. I am so bad with names. Oh my god.
Yeah,
Good thing I
the
have
place that you're at, the place that you're going to be going to is Meros Fine Silks, which is down in the trade ward. It's to the left of the T, the purple that's left to the T, by the way. It's a little purple dot that's left of the T.
Yep.
That's where you've got your suits at before. Mizzy, are you okay and hear everything fine?
Yeah, I hear everything.
Okay.
Hey, someone's gonna have to roll for me now.
Did your laptop crash?
I just gave up.
Okay.
I don't know
Oh.
what happened. Like I've unplugged it, it won't turn off. I closed it, I opened it back up, and the light's still on. So I don't know what the hell's
Hey,
going
Chris,
on
can you
at
be in
this
charge
point.
of that?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll have Chris
Let me
bring up the
see.
character sheet. That's okay. As long as you're here, you can
Great.
tell us what to do.
Sure.
All right. So you're gonna start walking down that way. For the most part, it doesn't do anything. It does its normal little thing, and every once in a while, it'll kind of twitch, but nothing happens. You're like, oh, no, never mind. Oh, never mind.
Okay. All right. I have Alamar up now.
Okay.
Let's put you there. No wonder. I'm going to test a roll. Okay, cool.
Yay.
Hold on. I got a phone call. Go ahead and search what happened.
Yeah, you get all the way down to the fine silk shop, and nothing buzzes off that's worth it. Everything seems to be like, like you're like, oh, maybe, no, not it. Nothing happens, but you get down to the silk shop.
Okay. We'll enter the silk shop and get my little brother fitted.
Okay. Does your Fey imp look exactly like that?
No, he's a little bit darker gray.
with the scorpion tail and everything.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I can't change what he is. I mean, I can just change it from like, he could have been a celestial imp, just like how our wizard has his celestial owl. So, I mean, but mine's Fey, so.
Okay. All right. They're like, when do you need this by?
Sooner the better. Preferably same material as our suits and stuff.
He's naked right now.
I know. Shh. Don't make him feel bad.
There is a Fey imp different picture though, by the way.
Oh, is there?
Mhm. Give me a second and I'll send it to you.
Sorry, I didn't Google it.
Yep. You need to start Googling.
Still trying to use Jeeves. Ask
There you
Jeeves.
go. It's a long one.
Holy crap, that is a long
Why?
one.
Yeah.
He sent us to the dark web for this picture.
It's a Google image link.
Oh, that does not look better.
Dude, that looks like way worse. What the heck? I'm not trying to scare people.
What the
Like
hell is
how?
that? It's a
I know.
butterfly.
It's a Fey imp though.
Good God. He does not look like that.
Can
Yeah,
you
that
see
thing's
it, Lizzie?
terrifying.
Everybody,
No.
for people who are wondering, you can just Google Fey imp.
Let's see. That's about the best I can do.
What the hell is that?
My cord's not very long.
Yeah, you just Google Fey imp. And you find it. Okay, but it's just a different choice. That's fine. So, all right, you get
Wicked
down there, and
choice.
they're like, all right, and when do you need this by?
How soon can you make it?
I can start on it tomorrow, but I need to take measurements.
Okay. How much will it cost?
What do you want it made out of?
Same material as ours.
Oh, so the fine silks and all that
Yes.
stuff? Okay. It'll be 25 silver.
Okay. I'll half now, half when we get it.
That's fine.
Okay.
All
I'll
right.
do that.
They will get started on it as soon as possible.
You think? Do you think you could make the little guy a loincloth until then?
A
Like
loincloth?
immediately?
No.
No.
No, I don't have anything that small. Because, I mean, he's small, but...
Hey now.
Hey
I'm
now.
glad everybody was muted. I just thought
I
it
was
was
just staring at this picture. I'm like, I'm not going to judge my brother. Oh, okay. Well, I picked the first route. Someone else picked the next route. Where are we going? Since we've ordered the suit, the next order of business is to get our steps for the day.
So the artifact did tingle a little bit a couple of times on the way here.
But not enough that it would have warned you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll have our Barb change into a raven so he doesn't bother Creed with hisness.
He doesn't bother me. He's a cute little lad.
All right. So now remember, we skirted the City of the Dead, but the City of the Dead is actually a park during the daytime.
Yeah.
It's only closed at night, so we can actually
Take care of it now.
freely walk around the City of the Dead, and it's not going to cause, anybody alarm, except, if they look at us. We're a weird little group walking around with this mechanical umbrella.
So could I have Barb actually carry the little umbrella thingy around and fly around with it, or no? To increase the...
You could, but I don't know if they would be able to tell you what's happening with it.
He can come back after he finds a reading, I guess.
It's up to you.
So I can have him fly around us like within 100 feet, and he can still communicate with me telepathically. So since we can all pretty much, all the brothers are telepathic actually. You want to do it that way so we can cover faster ground? We'll do the City of the Dead, but we'll do it that way.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do that. Gonzo.
Okay. Where are you going to start at?
So it looks like since we're already on the south side, we'll probably go in that south
Okay.
entrance.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're at the Fine Silks. Where are you going to head down?
Zoom in a little bit here. So maybe head south the Soothsayer's Way, just so we're covering more ground, and then head up the Way of the Dragon, and then Sleeper's Walk into the City of the Dead.
Okay, so you're going to go back up.
Yeah. Since it's daytime, we were going to try to cover the City of the Dead.
Okay. All right, so you're going to go back up north and go back into the City of the Dead.
Yes.
Okay. You spend all that time, doesn't go off.
What a jerk. All right, so we've covered Cliff Watch all the way from the City of the Dead up to our place, which is most of the cliff. What do you guys think? Should we cover one ward at a time?
What about the other place, the was it Village or something that we talked about last game session? I think that was another location of interest besides the temple.
Was it?
Like Ustal Flotsam or something?
My notes. Notes. Okay, that was that. I don't know who got that. Was that our paladin? No, he went and got the cleric. I don't know, John. I must have missed that note. Or I can't read my own notes.
I just gave a quick note to myself. I just wrote down the name of the place and then the person, I think. So I think that was one of the names that was dropped when we're looking for stuff.
It's not under enemies. It's not under...
Because it was the same time that we got the information for the. I think about the same time that we got the information for the Stone of Golar, the artifact information.
Oh, there it is. So the guy that was trying to take the stone worked for Urstel Flossen in Grawl Village.
So do we want to try to check out that area?
Sure.
We'll try to stick to the. How about we stick to the bigger roads right now so we can get there quicker, as well as, we can do side routes later on. But at least this way we know we're doing like the bigger routes.
Okay. Where's Grawl Village?
I have no idea. Gonzo.
The map we go.
We need to go to a gas station, get a map.
Should I be doing the Google thing again?
I think it might be outside the city.
Mm-hmm.
Would it also be smart for us to go by, I forgot what the name of the area is, but where the rich people live?
The Northward?
Mm-hmm.
That's where we live.
Huh?
That's where we live too.
Oh.
Are you just calling us rich now?
We're living paycheck to paycheck, literally.
So are we okay with trying to do it that way then?
The Northward is really big.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I was just looking
Well,
at.
I guess a lot of the rich also live in the Sea Ward too. It looks like more of them actually live in the Sea Ward than the North Ward.
But the guy that we saved, his father lives in the North Ward, right?
Never remember? I don't know if his villa's on the map.
I don't know if it is or not.
I don't think it is.
No, it's not. It's not listed on there. I mean, you know where he frequents.
And we've actually been to his house because we went and invited him. No, we met him at the Yawning Portal. That's where we found him.
Yeah.
And we're kind of close to the Yawning Portal where we're at now.
Check out there.
I don't think that's what Creed was after, though.
Well, actually,
Searching
it
him
is, because wasn't it, if I'm not mistaken, it was his father who sent the dude with the gem to us, right? Yes, no.
Oh,
maybe?
wait, no, he is implicated. Xanathar and Lord Nevermember know he had the stone.
Yeah, those are the only two.
So, but we don't know where he lives.
No, you know where he frequents, though. So
Right. So we could follow him home.
Gank him in a, never mind.
If he's even awake and out of his house yet. So we could go do a bunch of other searching, and then if we don't have any other ideas, we could find him this evening and follow him home.
follow Neverwinter.
Yeah.
That sounds like a
Nevermember.
plan.
Okay. Where are you gonna go? You just got done getting the City of the Dead cleared,
Well,
and you're back at the south gate.
okay. So we're
South gate of the City of the Dead.
right. I don't know. Maybe we should head down to back roads, finish off the west wall,
Can do
head
that.
down the back roads along there, go past River Gate, all the way down to the south gate and down to that little point. That way we know the east wall of the city is covered.
Okay. Yeah, from like your place down.
Yeah,
Okay.
so we'll search the roads in between the high road and the east wall all the way down to Those 3 little blue dots below Southgate.
Okay. You spend pretty much the afternoon getting down there and doesn't tingle off any at all.
Okay. I think we should go have dinner at the Yawning Portal, guys.
That'll work for me. I'm okay with that.
Let's see, where's the Yawning Portal?
Alamar, Creed?
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, I'm definitely with it.
Okay. Yawning Portal's right there.
You don't want to lose the light.
So I guess kind of go up the Way of the Dragon. Since we went down the high road, or we covered there, and we go the Way of the Dragon, that would cover most of the area in between the Way of the Dragon and the high road. Maybe not everything, but probably most of it.
You start making your way up towards the Way of the Dragon along the beach edge, and you skirt that little dock that's near Nestor the rope maker, and it starts buzzing and spinning around.
Ooh.
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 It's time to rock and roll, baby.
Follow it. So if we just walked into the range, then it's probably further. We'll just, I guess, walk along the docks.
Okay. You start walking along the docks and, trying to pinpoint where it is. And you notice that it's settling on 2 large galleons. Actually, 3, I should say. It's 3 large galleons that it's kind of pointing in the direction of. Otherwise, it would be under the water, but it looks like it would be pointing towards these 3 large galleons.
I think it's time for our new brother to go scout.
So what do you think would be the best way? Still with the raven, or maybe a rat? Or a spider?
Do we actually know his abilities, or have you told us?
Oh yeah, I would tell you. I mean, our brother, so I wouldn't hide anything from us.
That he can turn invisible.
He could do that too.
That way.
That's not as fun.
Yeah, but
It'll be quicker.
they're
Okay,
not taking
we
pot shots at him, but maybe, they're like, oh, look, a raven. Think.
The only person I know that could get a pot shot at him would probably be Creed if he saw him as a rat.
Or NPCs trying to ruin a PC's plan.
All right, I'll send them invisibly.
Okay. You send him invisibly. What are you going to do? I mean, is he going to fly on top? You've got 2 large galleons and one off to and another large galleon off to the side on one of the docks.
So can he actually hold on to the gizmo and then go to each ship just to kind of pinpoint? Because he can fly and he's going to be invisible.
He can, but it doesn't narrow it down enough.
It's a 500-foot radius.
Well, how about he goes from one side of this far end of one ship, and then as he goes closer to the 500-feet radius, so he starts off at 600 feet and gets closer. If the first ship is there and it pings, that's good. Then goes to the second ship and third ship.
Okay.
So we can at least identify which ship it is.
He gets to one ship and it starts buzzing really well. He goes to the other ship, it starts buzzing really well.
Oh, crap.
He split himself into multiple parts.
And what about the third ship? Does it still buzz?
Nothing on that third ship.
Okay, so it's only those 2. Okay, we narrowed it down to 2.
The 2 that are closer together.
Yes.
So I'll try multiple angles just to see if I can at least separate the 2 ships. If not, okay. Okay. Have him pass the gizmo back to Alamar, and I guess I'll have him actually just go onto the first ship and just look around for. Do you remember what the description of it, Chris?
Mechanical.
Yeah, it's like that swashbuckler made out of clockwork. Pretty cool.
Yeah, I'll have him go around the ships at first, look through portholes or whatever he can, and then check them. Okay, because I'm trying to prevent him from going into the ship as much as possible, but we'll start with the left ship. I guess we can go down to closer to the ship and just kind of like,
Yeah, we can watch the dock
Yeah.
to make sure it doesn't leave.
yeah. And then as long as he's within at least 100 feet of me, or comes back within 100 feet, he can telepathically communicate with me what he's seeing. And then we'll pass it on to the rest of the brothers and Creed.
Well, you don't see a Nimblewhite on the ships, and he doesn't see it directly. But it is buzzing on these two ships.
Is it around the docks, or can he go like, can he swim? Hold on.
I will. While we're waiting, are there any like merchants set up at the end, like booths, or are there like some sailors just sitting around that don't look like they're associated necessarily with those ships?
Oh, yeah, there's probably some people.
I'm going to go over and talk to them, see if anybody's seen a mechanical man working around the docks lately.
You reach up to some guys, some dock workers, and they're like, Nimblewhites, there's been some on those ships that we've seen, but that's about it.
Okay. Both the ships have Nimblewhites working on them, or working around them, or
Yeah.
any of them newer than the others? Don't seem like they work the docks very often.
Well, they don't work the docks, they work on the ships.
Oh.
They belong to probably that Zardoz Zord, you know, because he's got this Sea Maiden's Fair thing coming in.
Okay. What's that? What's that fair?
The
Yeah.
Sea Maiden's Fair?
Yeah.
It's just a fair that comes in every so often. He's gearing up for it and getting ready to, you know, have it go on. So we're just kind of, you know, waiting.
Oh. Well, thank you very much. I'll go back over and go, they don't know. Evidently, there's a fair, and the guy that owns it has Nimblewhites, and so both boats have Nimblewhites on them.
So, who owns the boats? Did he say?
Yeah. I didn't write that down.
Was that Zara Zord? He owns the ships?
Yes.
How about we can probably wait here to see if the Nimblewhites come up, because they said that they work on their ships. So, I mean, we can just grab lunch or dinner,
Yeah.
park our stuff here, and just enjoy the sea air.
Or we can just go walk to the ship.
All right, Creed. Lead us with your religious might.
I shall start walking towards the closest ship.
All right, we're going to walk behind Creed. I'm going to try to look intimidating.
There's a picture of one of the ships, by the way, just so you could have an idea.
Oh, a picture.
Cool. Love pictures.
Can you send it in Messenger so I can see?
Could someone pass that along for me, please?
Absolutely. Oh, pretty. Wait, let me go copy this.
It's actually the smaller ship that's really closest to the
rowboat.
picture. Yeah. Ooh, that's good.
Ooh. Pretty.
It's one of one of the two ships that are docked there. All right, so you walk up towards one of the ships. What do you do?
Is there anyone at the game plane? Anyone on deck?
Oh, you can walk straight up there. There's plenty of people working up there.
Yeah, walk.
Alimer is getting distracted with the shiny gold that is attached to the ship.
Here we go.
Alamo is going to cover us from the dock. No worries, Alamar's got us.
You see a very slender-looking human come up and goes, "May I help you, dwarf?"
I hope so, sir. My companions and I are looking for what the hell is that thing called? It's a little back kettle.
Nimblewhite.
Yeah, that.
And what does that have to do with us?
Well, we have reason to believe that he's on board.
He's rogue. He's gone rogue.
Well, we do have a nimble white on board, but they're more of just like workers. Why would you want to do anything with that? They're like an attraction type thing, and they do small work.
So, go ahead.
Sorry, Lord Creed, go.
No, absolutely not. Go ahead.
Okay. The Temple have gone to send us out to destroy one because he potentially threw a fireball into a crowd of onlookers.
Killing 11 people.
And so
wait down there.
I like this guy. He's hopeful. He's got us covered.
Or he's going to get help to put us off the ship. One of the two. So I am casually making myself prepared for battle.
Don't worry, you got 4 brothers.
I am casually looking at the water.
How are we still alive? I don't know. We got Miz looking at gold trinkets. We got you looking at water. Like, what?
I'm a kangaroo. It's in my nature.
It's in my nature. Don't judge me.
I'm Dean. It's in my nature.
About 5 or so minutes later, that same human walks down and says, there'll be a rowboat. Zarda Zord has invited you to dinner, and you can talk about that stuff.
Okay.
And about a few minutes later, this very elaborate, very nice little rowboat pulls
What do
up.
we do, Creed?
So how did you even talk to?
You can find him on the eye catcher, and you can be, talking to him there.
Looks like we're going to the eye catcher, people.
I would like to note that Alomar is already in the little rowboat because there's going to be more shiny things on the ship.
I think Creed's probably the last one in.
Yeah, it sounds that way.
All right, guys, let's go.
Creed is already thinking about what shiny little things he can buy to dangle in front of him. Or to keep her on task. Like keys.
Okay.
So before we get there, real quick, sorry, I look at Dean and Alomar. So should we do the introductions with Barb, or should we keep Barb quiet for now?
Well, if he's still invisible,
he's still invisible.
Rude.
That does seem a bit rude to our other brother. Yes.
This
To make him visible.
Now, he doesn't talk, right?
He can talk. His intelligence is an 11.
Ooh, okay.
His stats are.
I was just
I'm
wondering
here for this.
I was just wondering if I had to leave him. We had to leave him last in line of the introductions, or we can mix it up.
That's what I was trying to figure out because he can talk. I mean, his charisma is a 14.
That's probably going to screw with people.
He's sociable.
I'm ready for this.
Little dude in a suit. We all are.
So
I hope you are, Creed.
You guys are literally, I just gave him, your nickname is the Junior Mafia because you're all in suited up.
I prefer to think of us more as the Blues Brothers.
Blues Brothers. I like it.
Later on, we're going to be, some adventure later, we're going to be in a wagon being chased by other cops.
When you guys break out in song and dance, I'm going to have
There's going to be a quest for Morden. We are on a quest for Morden.
All right, so we'll include him in.
No, he's invisible. We don't.
I mean, that's why. Okay, because I'm making sure. I mean, I'm just trying to see if I want to keep him invisible or not. So, okay, we'll keep him hidden. I'm just worried that they might have something to detect him. It's all right. We're good. Sorry, Gonzo.
No, I'm just letting y'all go. You get in the rowboat and you go up. And you're greeted, and they pull you up on top of it. It's a very, very elaborate, nice boat. You can definitely tell that this is a luxury boat. You can definitely tell that it's like built for speed, and is pretty decadent on all of its stuff that it's got. You get on board, and you finally get into the dining cabinet. It has gold filigree all over the place, purple curtains, silk tassels. The wood panels are scented with perfume.
Elmar's
There's a
eyes are wide.
huge feast laid out on golden platters. I mean, if
The sparkly eyes.
yeah, if you would have had your friend here, the wood carving is impeccable. There are tons of wine glasses. And behind it, you see a well-built, scantily clad man. Very trim figure, very bountiful chest hair, and a flashy rapier hangs from his stylish belt. He goes, "Welcome to the Eye Catcher. I am Zarzad at your service."
Hello, that's Sam Smith.
That's Alamar Smith.
And that's Dean Smith.
We're brothers.
I linked a picture for it. If anybody wants to pass that on to Mizzy, that would be fine, of what he looks like.
And this is our Lord and Liege and High Priest Creed.
Whoa.
Paladin of Moradin.
I'm no high priest, sir.
Well, what can I do for you? I hear you're having issues with nimble rights.
Oh, I like this guy. That's a good picture.
Well, not specifically one in particular we are looking for.
Oh, one in particular. Oh, okay. So it's not my nimble rights because they're just for show. They're perfectly harmless. And he's eating and drinking at the same time. He's like, sit, eat, drink.
Okay.
Get up on a chair.
I'm gonna stand on a chair, start pulling food over to my plate.
Okay.
I'm going to
want some,
follow my
Sam?
brother's lead.
Alamar? All right. I think we'll load up each other's plates.
Yes.
As they're loading their plates. Oh my God. Thank you for the invitation,
for a while.
sir. However, our task is important and time specific.
Sure.
We do have a item that will help us locate the particular whatever.
Nimble right.
Yeah. All we ask is for your permission to find him and subdue him.
Oh,
If he's on your
subdue
boat.
him.
Subdue him.
I think he needs the full story, Creed. You went right to subdue.
Well, I
We
thought
bought these years back. I think I would want to know why you want to destroy my nimble rights.
Well, because one Nimblewright was found leaving the scene where he threw a fireball into a crowd, killing 11 people.
Mine haven't left the ship since we've gotten to the dock.
Okay, perfect. So we should be able to easily pick out the one who is not supposed to be on your ship and take that one with us.
And if none of them are the right one,
Well, we're in the wrong place.
okay.
The Temple of God gave us an item that only detects the specific number right we're after. And it appears to be on one of your ships.
What's the name of your other ship, if you don't mind me asking? So this is the Eye Catcher. What's the other ship?
Oh, those other two are the Heartbreaker and Hellraiser.
Very dynamic name, sir.
Oh, yes, of course. You can tell he's very flamboyant and very exuberant with all of his talking and moods. He's like, oh, I'll bring you mine, and I'll send off for those other. Let's eat while we're doing this.
Hellraiser and what?
Heartbreaker.
Heartbreaker, yeah. I'll make sure everybody has their appropriate drinks that they like.
A few minutes later,
I have
a
lots of
Nibble White
glasses.
walks in. And it looks pretty much exactly like what you're what you think it would look like.
Is the detector going off?
I don't know who has the detector now because it used to have the imp had it.
Alamar had it.
Yeah, Alomar has it.
Oh, it's going nuts.
On that specific one, or
Oh, it's just going nuts.
I'm gonna nudge my brother over from his food and say, "Look."
Remember, this thing's a foot long, so it's not like, and it makes a whirling noise and everything too.
I probably was ignoring
Yeah,
it.
but I'm just saying,
Food in face.
you can't be hiding this under the table and going.
Well, sir, I think we found the note right that we're looking for.
It can't be. He's been on my boat ever since. He's my personal servant.
how do you know this one's different from the other ones, or if they're all identical? What's the different trademark for them?
Oh, I know mine. See how he's dressed? Oh wait, never mind. All of mine are dressed that well. Hold on. Give me a minute. You start eating, and all of a sudden, the device starts going off like crazy again.
Oh dear Lord. We were definitely given a great device here.
I'm definitely not eating, just for the record.
Okay.
I definitely am.
I definitely know.
I'll be putting stuff in pouches too. It's freaking great.
I'm making sure I drink something because the last time we had a affair like this, somebody flipped the table.
You see another nimble white come in and goes, "Oh, here's my other one," and it goes off like crazy.
What?
This device might be defective, brothers.
Yeah, that's a possibility.
He's like, "So something's wrong with your device because it went off on both of them." And I bought these two from a Lannister's wizard quite a few years ago.
I think we should pass this problem on to Creed because it came from another temple, and it seems like it's a holy problem now.
Yep, I agree.
Yes.
I'll grab another drink while
All right, here you go, Creed.
We go back to shoveling food in our
Wow.
faces.
Wow.
Oh,
They're like,
you
okay, good
Creed.
enough for me. Whoa. God, Michael, where are you?
You see one of the nimble white, he's like picking up a decanter and refilling everybody's drink.
Why, thank you.
Appreciate
Tell
it.
me this, Gonzo. Does any of them have any kind of damage done to them? Any
Nothing you could see. No. You wouldn't. No, you don't see any damage to him.
Yeah, I didn't think so. So we were able to fill that fireball. Maybe he got some backlash. So this thing is going crazy on all of them.
Yeah. Two more show up, and as a gentleman walks in, he's like, "Here are the other two nimble whites, sir." And they go off on those. The device goes up on those too.
No, Creed's got this. No worries.
You go for seconds.
Are we already on like thirds?
Probably so. Look over at the brothers and be like, now, if I'm not mistaken, the priest did tell us that this will help us find this specific one, correct?
I believe so, yeah.
Yep.
All right, look back at the guy and be like, okay, here's the situation. Would you be willing to allow us, on my word?
No.
Wow.
You're not going to even let me finish?
Oh no, of course not. Because you want to take them, and if you take them, they could probably be gone, and I'd be out, thousands of gold.
Well, on my word to my God, I will return.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah.
Fair enough. Thank you for hospitality. Can we get a boat to take us back,
Oh,
please?
of course. He's like, take some food with you.
Wait
too.
a minute. We're
Wait a
not
minute.
done
What?
eating. We're still.
I like this guy.
Yeah. Look at the food.
I am fully ready right now to make him an honorary brother. He is a great guy.
Fully ready.
Look how he dresses. Look at the plates.
Look at his chest hair.
Sit down, Creed. Enjoy the night.
It's
How
okay
far-
to be furry.
I mean, I am a door. How far is the temple from where we are, Gazo?
Really
Temple Gone is
far
pretty
I
far.
was gonna say it's like a whole day's trip
Yeah.
back and forth.
Taking the road's probably an hour or two.
Yeah, because it's pretty far.
Take the walk over to Alamar and be like, "Can I see the detector?"
We gave that to you a while back when we passed the problem on to you.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
Oh, the problem.
Yes.
You literally passed the torch. You literally, here's the baton.
We passed the weird metal
We said,
device with
"Here
an
you
umbrella.
go," and then went back to our food.
It's kind of hard to eat with it's kind of hard to eat with that, so we're just like, here you go. We're just
I hate you all.
It was
Especially
just too
since-
distracting.
Especially since all our silverware seems to be
Oh my god, I hate you all. You don't realize how much every member of a group is needed until moments like this.
We're here for you. You are our spiritual leader. But there's nobody beating the crap out of anybody to respond with more violence.
I did not say that. But all right, I'm going to walk up to each one of these guys and touch them with the rod. Just touch them.
Nothing. It doesn't do anything different.
No difference.
No difference.
All right. All right. I mean, I sheath the rod and go sit down and have a plate of food, man. If these dudes don't care about this, like whatever. Get something out of this
We
trip.
care about it. We cared that you would solve it.
We know what I'm good for, and it's not any of this.
So I guess we hang out with this awesome dude tonight. And then we'll go check the temple in the morning.
I have a feeling we're going to end right back out.
Look,
here.
it was already late afternoon when we got on the boat. The temple's not going to want to show up 2 nights in a row in the late evening.
So you have a good time, and he doesn't mind sharing his food and everything, and pretty much they escort you back to the docks, row you back, get you off the box, and they row away.
Oh, yeah.
Alomar looks back and says, "I will get those one day."
I think we need one of those boats. Yes. The brothers will sail.
Pirates.
Making
The
our
Blues
mark.
Brother Pirates.
Maybe that's how our famous chase scene will go down. It's on a boat.
Exactly. That would be a very slow chase scene.
Well, I guess we head back to the inn to go to sleep because we have to go visit the. We can't go and right now the device is questionable at best, so we have to go back to Nim and find out what's going on.
Okay. You go back to Nim, and you go back to the thing, and it's late, early evening, and you get in there, and they're like, so how can I help you? Did you get rid of the nimble white?
Well, Creed.
That was hilarious. You're gonna build up like you're gonna say something and point at me. So I'm trying not to allow my frustrations to speak for me. So I will say this. I will ask you a couple of questions before I can answer yours, if that is okay.
Okay.
The tour that you gave us was specifically for us to find the one that did this, correct?
That's what Nim told me.
And who is? That's what
Remember,
Nim told us.
you
Yes.
have to talk to Nim, which talks in sign language, but he's upstairs. He's not allowed to leave that upstairs area.
The device sounded alarm whenever we were near any Nimmerite. Not
Oh.
one particular.
Well, that's going to be a pretty difficult task then to find it.
Yes. So either A, Nim lied to us, or B, all of those Nimerites did it.
Let's go ask Nim.
Let's do that.
The Nim.
You go back up there, and Nim's working on stuff, and he looks at you and waves.
Is the item going off?
No.
Okay.
It seems right.
All right, guys. I'm you about to have a pissed off dwarf.
I'll reach into my pouch. I'm pretty sure all of our brothers, my brothers have grabbed some extra food, so I'll give you some cookie or something to nibble on, so you can kind of relax.
Look at the priest who brought us up here. So Nim has never been able to talk.
No Nimblewright can talk.
Okay. So how has
Wizards
who
create
did
him.
Nim work for before now?
Nobody.
So he just always worked for the priesthood.
Yeah,
And how many of these do you have on site?
just him. Besides the one that ran away and, the blah, blah, blah.
See, I'm kind of having a problem with that.
That we let one escape, or that
No,
Nim
no,
created?
the whole situation where a tool was given to us that it's not accurate. And if it's supposed to go off, if it's set up to go off with any Nimblewright, why is it not going off with Nim?
It's specifically targeted not to go off around Nim.
Oh.
But all of a sudden, you see Nim, he's like doing his sign language, and he's like, "Oh, I read that wrong. It'll go off on any Nimblewhite. I'm sorry."
So it will go off
I
on.
press another cookie over the tree.
Oh my god! So the rod will go off on any Nimblewright,
Nimblewhite,
not
yes.
just the one that we're
I'm going
looking
to hand a turkey
Yes.
leg to the priest.
He takes it. He takes it. Starts eating it.
Yeah, he might want to savor that. That might be his last meal.
Wow.
I'm joking. I didn't say that.
Fostering relationships.
Remember, that's Michael's job. That's not mine.
Yeah, his was violence with more extreme violence.
Yes.
What? I'm over fighting it. Yes, that's exactly what it is. You have wore me down. Oh man.
The new sect of Morden starting up right
a
now.
dark paladin. Okay. So once again, how is this rod supposed to help us if it's taking us to any Nimblewright?
You just got to find the right one. I mean, you'll know it. But yeah,
How?
it detects all Nimblewhites.
How will we know it's the right one?
Well,
Nim, can you give us something that's an identifying mark on your creation?
Your specific creation, because we've already run into 4 of them at the ship.
Well, he might not have made those.
Well, no, that's why, like his specific one, like you said, identifier.
Yeah.
In case some of the other ones have other markings like himself.
Thinking or
he motions to hand it over to him.
all right, give it to him.
He kind of fiddles with it and pokes around on it a bit and everything, and goes around with it, and then he gives it back.
Okay, so now what does it do?
He does some sign language and everything. He goes, Nim says that it can't narrow it down. You have to actually touch the Nimblewhite with it, and then that'll be able to detect if it's the right one.
Wow.
What will happen when we touch it?
It'll glow.
Ooh, okay. That's cool.
So we have to go touch it.
Just go start touching a whole bunch of Nimblewrights.
Let's go start
I
touching
feel like we're
everybody.
going to end up in jail.
Go back to ship.
Polyphilia.
I mean,
Um, how common are nimble rights in Waterdeep?
You don't know. Waterdeep is huge. It's
It's a
almost
good,
impossible.
solid answer.
It's just way too big.
Fair enough.
That would be like how many, black pieces of sand are on the beach.
Really? That
I have no idea, sir.
That's what I'm saying.
Is this the sand around here black?
No.
so it'd be easy to know
Zero?
if it was black. You know what? Never mind. I'm not going down this rabbit hole.
This is a logic question, guys.
Loaded question. Let's not go there.
Right. Does he need to sit here black? No. Like, well, wouldn't it be easy to see black sand? Never mind. You know what?
We could probably narrow out a lot of colors out of that beach.
All right. I mean, I see no reason. Thank you. Thank you for at least making our second trip worthwhile.
Yep, no
Can I
problem.
inquire again about a bird? Come on, Nim. Bird. It doesn't even have to be mechanical. Just make it pretty.
Pretty.
I'd offer you a turkey leg, but I know you wouldn't take it. So I'll be back, Nim. I'm going to wear you down.
All right.
All right.
Early evening is here. What are you going to do?
Map.
So
That's not the map.
if we went right back to the port and was able to get back to, was it Heartbreaker, Hellraiser, and
We'll be on the
Eye Catcher?
Yeah.
Eye Catcher. What time? Roughly what time would that be?
It'd be late evening.
This dude seems like he stays up late drinking and eating. And I don't know. We want to go back this late.
I would like to stop by our place first so I can drop off and clean out my pouches before we go back there again.
Same thing. And then we can
Yes.
probably
We can
grab,
go there tonight. I have no
Yeah.
problem with that. I just need to make more room.
For more food.
Yes.
I just say it. I just need to make
Hey,
more room.
I mean, we do got that. What is it called? That forever stew that Mike's making. So,
That's the main reason I want to get more food.
yeah.
To not have to eat that.
Okay, fair enough. I'm all for stopping by, and unloading if that's why you're doing it. And technically, that's on the way too, guys. All right, or no?
No.
A
You
little
have to
bit
go
off.
back west and then go back down.
I mean, we could take main road, so
Yeah.
it wouldn't
We gotta invest in a wagon.
add too much, but yeah, it's not on the way.
Would it be
we'll stop
cheaper
somewhere where we
just to
can
buy
get a
more?
bottle of wine for maybe 5 gold or so, something pretty decent.
Oh yeah, we got to bring back something.
Yes.
Good job, brother.
Got it, brother.
So
Distract him
funny.
with hospitality.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay. So
And see if we go back to the inn, we could just grab some stuff from our stock. The inn's not open yet.
all right, listen. Look,
We'll get some beers
patients
at
run the
Creed's
asylum.
room.
Wherever they go, I'm following. I'm over. Patients run the asylum, man. This is crazy.
We've worn Creed down.
Creed is tired. Creed is tired.
You just follow us to give us spiritual guidance as we need it.
Right. While you guys are unloading, I'm probably going to be praying. Like, God,
Just don't let us die. It'll be fine.
absolutely not.
All right. So we're going to stop by the inn, drop off stuff, pick up stuff, and go back to the party. Even if it was a one-man party, we'll make it a 5-person party again.
Okay.
They'll let us on.
You walk down and get a bottle of wine and walk down there. And after like a little bit, they let you back on the eye
Of
catcher.
course. We are best friends now.
Is it still just him?
Yeah.
Dude, this guy worries me, man. Like, who sits around with their chest hair all
Zord!
showing and drinking
You
by himself?
fantastic beast of a man.
Brothers, come and join me. What are you doing back?
You brought wine.
I know this is the reason why I let you back. If you would have brought the wine, I wouldn't have let you back on.
I nudge Creed, see?
You little
He's
bastard.
We
trying to-
got the device checked.
Okay.
We don't need to take your guys with us. We just need to touch them with it, and it'll glow. Which I think they're completely innocent.
Oh, they
'cause
are. Of course
I
they are.
believe you.
I make sure we all have wine.
Nobody
I fill
can be
it up.
your
Pass
level
it.
of fantastic and have guilty people hanging around you.
I mean, it's just. I mean, I'm just a carnival guy, just here to bring entertainment to everybody.
Just nothing. You the best.
Oh, thank you. After a little while, the nimble whites, all four of them are back, and you touch them, nothing happens.
See, you were right. You told us you were right, and you're right.
See?
What do you do all night?
Drink, eat, get ready for the carnival.
Nice.
We
Do
can
you
help you with two of those. Maybe
Did you
the
get your
third
nimble
one.
rights here in Waterdeep?
No, he said he got those in a faraway land. I think he said from a Lannister's wizard. It's a distant island, the Lantan. That's what.
Oh, yeah.
Are there any other nimble rights on the other ships?
No, he brought all of them here. He only owns a 4.
Okay. Just checking.
Just wondering if you happen to know any other people that might have nimble rights, would help us shrink our search. No.
No,
Or
sorry.
if you need help at the carnival.
No, I have my people tending to that.
Okay. Well, you know where we live. So if you ever need us, just
Where do
send
you
a
live?
runner.
You never told me.
Yeah, we did. Troll School. Way up in the Northward. Troll School Tavern.
Oh, and may have to go by there and grab a drink or two.
You're more than welcome at any time. And of course, you would drink for free.
Oh, even better.
Look over to Creed. Nope, not having a heart attack yet. We're good.
Yeah, like I'm twitching a little bit, but I didn't say anything. Like, we do understand that this dude's a closet alcoholic, right? And you're giving a free drink.
We're in a ship, not a closet.
Never. I'll be on deck.
Are you seasick now too?
Yeah, absolutely. It's either seasick or you sick. I'm not sure which one. I'll be back.
Bean. Maybe he's sick of the beans. I don't know. Maybe he's just.
But we're
So,
not.
we never know what.
Well,
We
he's,
never know
he's
when
a
it comes
dwarf.
in.
He's a dwarf.
Yeah.
We're on the sea. It's not dirt. I mean, possibly.
Okay. We'll hang out here tonight.
Oh, no, you can't stay on the boat. You will have to leave.
Well, no, when we leave. Okay.
Okay.
All right, we're leaving. No, we weren't going to sleep on the boat. We're just going to hang out with you until you kicked us out, which I guess is now. Bye.
So, all right, he kicks you out, and you go back, and it's pretty late at night now.
I think we'll go get some sleep now.
Yeah. We'll still take a different route up. I mean, maybe a little bit longer, but just to cover more ground.
Okay.
So we could go up Snail Street.
Nothing happens. You get all the way back home, and nothing happens.
Okay.
How much did this guy say he was going to pay us?
Who pay what?
How much we're getting paid to do this? Is it like
It's like
500
something you would pay attention to.
and artifacts? I think it was.
Oh yeah. There was like magic items, and there were a magic item and some other. I don't know, some trinkets. Let's see, that would have been the.
He will pay. He's
temple.
paying you 500 gold to destroy it. If you bring him back proof, he will give you 4 non-magical invention artifacts.
Sounds like a great deal.
All right, let's get a good night's sleep and get back at it tomorrow.
Yes, let's do that.
Okay, you go to sleep, wake up, and
All right.
it's a new day.
Okay, guys, so we have searched a good portion of eastern Waterdeep. We've searched most of the trade ward and along the docks, but
Well,
not
let's-
very
let's
far
finish up
along
the-
the docks.
Let's finish up the trade war because we got to get Barb his suit anyway,
Not ready
and then
yet.
maybe
Remember a couple days.
a couple days. I thought it was the next. Okay, never mind.
Well, we can finish up the trade ward either way. We can kind of.
Well, remember the next plan was to follow or at least talk to old dude.
Yeah, but it's the morning again.
Yeah. So
Rain or never winter.
yeah, so I guess we can start with the trade ward and work our way.
So let's go down to where the Honorable Knight is, and we'll cut down that back way down Book Street,
Okay.
down to Zastro Street, and that'll pretty much bring us back into the dock area. And maybe
Okay.
we can just finish going along the docks, because the dock ward's one of the smaller wards in the city.
Yeah, it is. Okay. You go down that way and everything, and you notice that it's going off more, and you like chase it down, and you like on your way down there, you hit like 2 nimble whites, nothing happens.
Okay.
Like, hold on. When you say nothing, that means we were alerted though, right?
Correct.
And then we touched it, it didn't glow.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. Just making sure.
So
I
yeah,
don't
let's
know,
go
Matt.
along the. So we came down this way. Let's just go along the docks, because it kind of comes to a point over by the mountain, so we could hit that, and then we could just come back, and that'll cut off a good section of the dock ward by the time we get back over to the trade ward, and then it'll just be a little triangle of the dock ward left.
You spend most of the day chasing this down. I would say probably about 5 o'clock in the afternoon, because now you're kind of paying attention to it more, and you don't find anything you need to within the dock ward.
All right. Down to the Wandering Portal, whatever that place is called.
Yawning.
Yeah.
Well, let's do the castle ward section right here, all the way up to Waterdeep Way, and that'll put us right. The Yawning Portal's right in the middle of that area anyway. Yep, Yawning Portal's right there in the castle ward at the bottom edge. So we could do all the castle ward down here and then go to the Yawning Portal, since it's only afternoon right now.
Yeah, because the dock ward turns into the Yawning Portal.
Yeah. So that would finish that off, and then everything we need to search is north of Waterdeep Way. That would take a whole southern part of the city out of the
Out of the
equation.
picture. Yeah, that'll work.
Unless he's moving around on us, then we're screwed.
That's been my concern this whole time. It's like, dude.
Yeah.
He's just following behind us. Oh, there they are.
Yep.
Okay.
You know, there's another way to do this, maybe.
Ooh.
How close are we to being ready to open, Gonzo?
You still got probably about 3 or 4 more days.
Okay.
Free food for everyone with nimble whites.
Something like that, man. Like, all right, shoot, never mind.
All right. You finish doing that, and it's pretty much the end of the day, and you can go to the Yawning Portal.
All right, I need to check in with my guys anyway, since we finished that job. Never came back, or was never contacted about checking in. So
Yeah.
maybe they'll contact me.
All right. You're at the Yawning Portal. What you gonna do?
I guess look around first to see if Nevermember's there.
You do
Not-
see him there.
All right. So there's like an upstairs area, right?
Yeah.
So can we get a table where we can look down and watch him?
Sure. As you start walking up, he looks at you and goes, "Hey, brothers!"
So animated.
Nevermember.
What are y'all doing?
Just came in for the evening. We were walking around town and thought we'd stop by our favorite place.
Well, come and have a seat with me. We'll sit here and drink. It's been a good day or so since I've seen you. How's our tavern going?
Our
Opens in a
tavern's
couple
going
days.
well.
3-4 days.
3 or 4 days going to be open? Ah, good, good. Can't wait to drink and eat there.
I bet. We can't wait to have you and your friends there.
Where only you eat and drink for free. Only you.
I nudge Creed.
Okay, all right. Just want to
Neighborly. We need to be neighborly.
Yeah. I mean,
Wait, Morton does do that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we're neighborly.
Yeah.
Not if it costs us a lot of money.
We're not all violence with more violence.
Here we go. Not one night
Answer
can I get
kindness
away.
with more extreme kindness.
There you go. That's-
Or
What have
extreme
y'all
or
been
go
up to
home. There's
besides
no in
getting-
between.
What have
so
y'all
we've been
up to?
thinking Underbush. I know that's not his name.
Raynar. His first
I know
name's
that's-
Raynar.
Raynar.
Underbush.
I'm glad you're not our diplomat.
No, that's not me. We were thinking, how much do you know of a source where we could possibly get some artificial help for the bar?
Artificial help? Like, what do you mean? Artificial
Yeah,
help?
maybe like a golem,
He like looks at you kind of shocked.
right, something like that.
I might have money, but a golem's a bit much.
Well, something like that. I mean, something that's atomical or maybe free. I don't know, but like a nimble right.
Don't you have like a specter doing your job for you?
Well, there's certain things that a specter is not equipped to handle.
Like what? What do you need this thing to do?
Yeah.
Like
What can't Leaf do?
he can't repair.
He can destroy though.
He can't do that. We firsthand.
Can't believe you're back talking our employees here.
So does that mean you don't know anywhere we could get?
I'm sure you could probably request one from a wizard, but that's going to be a lot of money. And
Are
I'm
they
definitely
expensive?
not funding that.
No. And I'm not insinuating that at all. I was just wondering if there's a direction you could point us in. And this wouldn't be permanent, like maybe a rental, a loan. Okay. All right. Hey, thought I asked.
Riddle. How much have you had to drink, Creed?
Absolutely everything that was in our coffer before we left. I am drunk as hell. No, I'm drunk. I haven't drunk. Haven't had a drop.
No, we've been out all day and you're still drunk. Gee.
All right. With that, I'll be
Are
quiet.
you as drunk as our new friend?
No. Until you see me walk around in a silk shirt with my chest here all out.
I'll explain to Raynar that we met Zord last night.
Oh, the one that owns the fair, the sea fair.
Yes, we got to hang out on his boat, the Eye Catcher, and have dinner with him.
That's pretty good. You're making
Oh.
connections. He kind of nudges you.
Yeah, it was crazy.
I mean, y'all are just sitting around doing nothing, are you? I mean, y'all out doing things? I mean, helping out? What are y'all doing?
Oh yeah, we're getting to know the town. We've walked so many streets.
So many. I almost feel like I can be a tour guide.
We want to know the town like the back of our hand.
Cool.
And it seems like every street.
I heard some business went down over by your place recently. Is everything okay?
Just a couple little scorch marks. Nothing bad.
Scorch
Unfortunately,
marks.
11 souls lost their earthly
What?
existence.
Yeah, someone threw a fireball into a crowd.
Tell me all about it.
I don't know if. So yeah, I give him the most edited version that I can give, such as us walking up, fireball happening, us seeing 11 dead bodies, and what's that dude's name? Bartholomew.
My little brother found a necklace from a
Oh
little
my
boy.
God! Why are we telling them everything? I'm over here trying to be all cryptic. Fireball
Cryptic
necklace.
low
Important
wisdom.
detail.
Who were the ones that were killed among this group?
There was a gnome.
There's some halfling performers. It was so sad. Met a little boy. He was crying in the alley.
The
They were his
gnome. He wasn't
friends.
being chased, was he?
That's what I know. Is why would he be chased?
Can you describe this gnome to me?
Yes, I can.
Yeah, we give him a
Do you know the
description.
gnome's name?
We do.
What's the gnome's name?
I don't have it written
Was it Dalakar?
You see his face just kind of go white.
You know?
Did you know
the
him?
gentleman?
He takes a big long sip of his water or of his drink,
Quarter.
sets it down.
He is definitely not drinking water right now.
Well, when the Lords of Waterdeep ousted my father, I really thought he would just let it go and be good, but he didn't. So he started sticking spies on me to watch me and everything. And there was a gnome named Delacar that's been watching me for months. And I knew him, and I saw him, and he wasn't that great of of hiding himself, but one day he stopped following me, and then I wondered where he went. I know my father really trusted this gnome, though. He trusts nobody, but he trusts this gnome.
I'm gonna get down, push my chair over next to him, and get up and hug him. Sorry, man. Sorry, your dad doesn't love you that much.
I did speak to a few of his friends, though, Delacar's friends.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna pat him on his back while he's talking.
And he did tell me that Delacar was on a special mission to retrieve the Stone of Golar. But he was afraid that the Xanthars and the Zentarians were close to catching him.
Some of them died too in the fireball.
Oh, okay. I know that when he heard that I was kidnapped, he tried to help me out. And I know that he was trying to help rescue me, but I guess, y'all beat him to it. But I know he was taking that stone to my father, last I heard.
Have you seen a nimble ride around lately?
No, I haven't.
That's what we're trying to find now.
Hmm.
In connection with the murders. It's believed he may have thrown the fireball.
Give me a day, and I will get you some information.
You're the man, Raynar.
Raynar, since my colleagues have shared everything with you,
Not everything. There's a couple more things.
Everything.
We have reason to believe that the gnome was bringing the stone of Golar to us for safekeeping.
Okay.
Do you know why they would bring that? Why us?
You're making a name for yourself. Maybe that's what it is.
I mean, we did save him, so.
Yeah. All right. So do we need to come back here in a day, or will you come to us?
I'll come and visit you.
All right, cool. You'll get to see some of the progress we're making on the place.
Yeah, we'll have some drinks ready for you.
Good.
Absolutely.
Snacks. The
Yes.
kitchen won't open yet. Unless you want to try this stew.
No, don't even. No. We'll make sure we'll order out before you get there. It's forever stew.
We'll get some fresh meat from the guild. We don't need this stew.
No. I just feel like you need a tetanus shot every time you go near that pot.
He's gonna watch this video later and be like, those bastards.
I thought they were on board with the stew. We do appreciate your aid in this, Raynar.
I
Truly.
appreciate it. Thank you. The night ends pretty much. Y'all head back, and you get back to the place, spend the night, wake up, and pretty much at the butt crack of dawn, you see Raynar standing at the front, kind of looking at the place.
Oh, wow.
Oh, Dean, let him in. I'll go grab some of the foods and stuff.
Okay, I will. Well, we got to come outside and around to the front door anyway.
Oh
so
yeah, I
you can
forgot
see
about
us.
that. Yeah,
There's no internal way from the second floor to the first floor.
we gotta fix that.
A fireman.
So I'm going to open the door.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
For
We stopped and started talking.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
All right.
He comes in and he's like, "Oh, it's not bad getting there. I do have information for you. Would you like to sit down and have a drink?"
Of
Absolutely.
course.
Okay.
Leaf. Drinks, please.
You see floating goblets come in, and he's like, "Oh, it must be Leaf."
Leaf is integral to the operation. I think he's going to get Employee of the Month.
Literally the soul of the building.
So I do have some information for you. One of my contacts says they noticed that one of the members that ran away after the explosion that went behind and down the alley matches the description of Urstel Floxen. He's a member of the Black Network.
That's the name we had before. Okay.
I do believe that they said that he jumped into and went into the Grahand Villa. Gralhund Villa, by the way. Then some people reported it, but when the City Watch got there, they said the Lord said that nothing happened and they had no reason to get a search warrant.
Who's the Lord?
Lord Grahand.
Oh,
Gralhund.
Do you know where that villa is?
Yeah, it's right down the street from you.
of course it is.
What can you tell us about this Lord
Awesome.
Graham?
Well, they've got some money. They're trying to make themselves a little bit bigger and better within Waterdeep.
Are they a guild? Are they a gang?
No, they're just rich people trying to get richer, I'm guessing.
Okay.
I think we took care of the gang problem.
It's got to be a gang with you.
Always.
If you do look on the map, and you go to your skull troll, and you go west, following around the Cedern.
It's right freaking there.
Yeah, it's right there. It's the orange little dot to the right.
Yeah. It's like maybe 750 feet
Yeah.
down the road. Well, okay. I guess we know where we need to check next after breakfast.
Definitely. Need morning nourishment.
Not a lot. I'm pretty full from yesterday.
I bet you are.
I'm still full from 2 days ago.
He's like, that's about all I have. That the assassin that probably took your stone or the stone, probably went in there.
So we were told by witnesses that there was a marionette like creature
Nimble
on
White,
the rooftop.
Yeah. Nimble White, yeah, I know.
Okay. Do you know if Lord Graham has a
Could
Nimble
be.
White in his?
Some rich people have them, servants. It's a good chance.
Okay. Okay. What do you know about his personal guard?
Well, I mean, he's got guards. He's got to, because I mean, the walls around his place is like 20 feet tall. So I mean, he's probably got some good guards there.
Not that we're planning on breaking any laws or anything like that.
Oh no, y'all would never. You see his
Absolutely.
eyes roll. In
Roll.
The back of his head. Never break a law in Waterdeep.
I'm glad you know it so well. It's like,
According to the reference chart, we could just jump it. Still suspect of that.
Yeah, I'm going to go with that one.
You're gonna go with that. Just leap the wall.
Yep.
all right.
Well, my super awesome sneak abilities.
Doing to pass the time, Raynar.
Oh well, after I get here, I'm gonna go meet up with a young lady and spend some quality time. The
Very
ladies do
nice.
love a rich man.
The life of a rich man, right? I should be like, Rainer, you're not insinuating that you're going to have premarital sex today, are you?
Oh yes, I am.
Please repent before the night is through.
How can it be premarital if you plan on never getting married?
Oh my goodness! Lindsay just found a loophole in all this.
I'm glad our religion is so easily torn apart.
And with that, guys, we will be starting the adventure of what do you do next at the Grundle Villa. I will. Thanks for listening. We'll be back again.
That's how we end the session.
Michael's going to have a fit.
Oh, man.
This is gonna be fantastic.
Oh, God.
Oh my goodness, man. This is hilarious.
I love the look on your face.